Since Halloween is coming up, we are now so fortunate to be here at the home of the US Ambassador, Ambassador MaryKay Carlson, and she'll be showing us how she decorates her home for this particular holiday. And I know that you wear a costume and you do it so well, so I tried to come prepared as well.
But you look like a beautiful witch. This is the opposite.
Oh, you're beautiful.
But you're very welcome.
Thank you so much for
Let me
having
show
us.
you around. This is the entryway to this beautiful residence, which is spooked up now with a couple of things from my collection. This is one thing that I made with mirrored glass and put a spooky thing behind it because I really enjoy the crafting aspect, putting things together. Things that I've had, some of the things in my collection I've had for 25 years. Like, for example, this witch costume, when we were posted in Hong Kong, in Wan Chai, I would go and rummage around. And this is as old as our youngest daughter, which is 23 years. So I've worn this costume for 23 years, having purchased it in the sample sale shops down in Wan Chai in Hong Kong. Here's another couple of things that I crafted using the girls' old gumball machine and turned it into a spooky something or other with skulls in it. So here we are in the living room. I like to add to my collection every year. So as I said, some of these things I've had for at least 20, 25 years. Here are some things that I got at Dapitan Market.
Oh, I saw that.
I love that place. I love that place. So these skulls I got there. These plates also, if you noticed, these glass plates, some of these other things. So, they have wonderful kind of wholesale and sale things there. So the plates and the skulls are from there. There are a lot of simple things that you can do that don't cost anything for Halloween. So if you're not used to collecting, as I have, you can just print out some spooky black and whites from the internet and put them in some old frames, put them on, a coffee table or something. These belonged to the girls when they were younger, but as they discarded them, no reason to throw them in the trash, just spook them up and they can become part of the Halloween decor year after year. And then we have some lanterns that I've had forever, some bits and pieces of textiles that I've purchased. But this is another thing that I crafted. I mean, it depends on what you call a craft, right? I mean, they're just commercial candles that you can buy, but then I took red hot glue and melted them on each one to become bloody candles.
Very creative.
So, and the styrofoam head, which I then dyed some cheesecloth, very thin cloth in tea, and then wrapped it around. There's so much that you can find on the internet. And now that I'm in this job, I don't have quite as much time to surf the internet, but when the girls were younger, I would just look things up. And we do a lot of these crafts together and then just package it up. And you might ask, oh my goodness, you're moving around every 3 years and you package up all
all of this.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
And what about when you come home to the US? Where do you store all of this?
Well, we have a 2-car garage. I say car in quotes because really a car has never seen the inside. I actually have a 2-holiday garage. Halloween on one side, Christmas on the other. A car has never seen the inside of that garage, so we have it all. That's our storage when we're back home.
Priorities.
Absolutely. The car can sit outside in the elements, but the Halloween and Christmas has to be stored properly.
And I love how you also put Ambassador these skeletons. Do they play at night, especially the one in the
well, you never know. It's a little bit. I have to say, when I'm at home in the States, and actually everywhere else, I don't think I'll be able to do it here. I've made a haunted house in our garage. So when you pull things out, and so the neighborhood kids love to come in. But when you're out there at midnight, getting things done and playing the spooky music, I've actually startled myself. I must say, it is scary, and the kids in the neighborhood love it. When we moved back overseas, it was quite a disappointment that next Halloween when they came by the house. It's like, what happened? Where are they?
They're probably looking for you every year.
So. And then here we are outside. The lovely garden here. We have some monsters out. We have a graveyard out there, sort of a zombie apocalypse area.
We have a wedding scene there too.
Exactly. That's it. Mr. and Mrs. Married for eternity, apparently.
Yes,
and the thing about these monsters that you see, it's basically like creating a scarecrow. So we have, you cobble together some base. Like this happens to be something that it's like a flagpole put into one of those bug light bases, the really heavy base with the flagpole. And then you have to mess with it and get it an S hook and hang it and add the accessories. But basically, any sort of textures, it's just junk. This is an old shirt. This was something that I've had for ages, and something from a costume. And it just, you cobble it together every year, but it takes a lot of time.
And creativity.
A lot of time.
Yeah.
And you have to enjoy it. A lot of times, every year, people will say, how long did you spend on that? How much time did that take? And I always say, the better question is, how much fun did you have?
True.
Because if it's not fun, then you shouldn't be doing it, because it's a lot of time.
Yeah.
Now we're into the second of the reception rooms. This is the smaller reception room. And this is where we sometimes do breakfast or lunch if it's a smaller group or a smaller group meeting. And here we have 4 friends over this afternoon for tea.
I totally thought they were my cousins.
The other thing I want to mention about skeletons, these are, run-of-the-mill, buy them at, Target or Walmart or anything. But what spooks them up is just a little bit of textile. So you add, this was an old, tank. Somebody gave me these old hats. I love this.
These are so
This
cute.
one is kind of made to be like an evil fairy with some, I think these were bumblebee wings from our a child's costume ages ago. But just never throw away treasures, that's what I say. And then remix it and come up with something fun.
And you'll never know when you can use it again.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah. And I love, Ambassador, your portrait of Mona Lisa.
Yes, that was something that I bought secondhand. Somebody had a bunch of Halloween things. Their children had grown up and they were unloading it. My children have also grown up, but I wouldn't dare to unload this stuff. For me, this is really fun, even without young children at the home. But as you move past one way to the other, you see the skeletal Lisa as opposed to the Mona Lisa. On Craigslist one year, this family was unloading a ton of Halloween things, and this was this huge spider web was one of them. I think it comes from a very high-end catalog in the States. I never buy the high-end stuff. I like to get stuff on sale after the holidays or secondhand or repurpose things. But this is a great web, and then just spiders that I've collected here and there. And then that is another monster that I put together the other night. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning. I thought, I gotta get this finished. So I was out here 1 o'clock, taping it up, putting it together. But I love that. Between the dining room, the small reception room, the living room, this encompasses what we call the representational area. And then the living quarters are in the back. So let's come in here to the dining room. We have it all set out for a very spooky reception.
And Ambassador, I really love the attention to detail that you put in everything. Like we have a skeleton mouse with a trap.
Well, my sister sent me those traps. She'd actually got them in Texas. She had a mouse problem out in her garage, and then she didn't end up needing them. So she, knowing that I could use it for Halloween. So these are the little things that, rather than throw it away, find a purpose for it. So she sent them to me a couple of years ago.
So do you also have like big Halloween parties, since you also like to decorate so much?
Yes. That's the whole point of this. I mean, to do this and then not share it, what's the point of that? So I love to have people over. We're having a number of people from the embassy over. We're having several receptions. We're having a number of lunches here, working lunches. So who knows? There could be secretary of whatever having lunch next to a skeleton in the coming days. And that's part of the fun. That's part of the connection between people sharing U.S. cultures and traditions and learning more about those in the Philippines.
Very true. Yeah.
And this is one thing too. I want to point these out. These paper mache jack-o'-lanterns. My daughter and I did these too. This would have been, I guess, in 2012. So you put a balloon, and then it's paper mache, layers and layers, and then you paint it and model it, and model meaning model with like a sponge to make it look. But here's the. I'm not sure which is the man and which is the woman. But they also look nice inside.
This is also very interesting, Ambassador.
Well, that's good. I don't think he's not turned on. Oh,
there you go.
There you go. He is turned on. And that's but you can also turn a different switch and make it say things like, Carol, I see you. So you can be around the corner and use the microphone and have it talk. So the kids love that.
Oh, wow.
The kids
that's
really like it.
So cool.
This is another one of my favorites. Again, crafting using things that you going around to garage sales or Goodwill or whatever, get old dolls and then paint them white and then dye their clothes black. Fall of 2011, where we crafted a lot of things and we made these dolls and those jack-o'-lanterns at that time. But it's always fun to get them out. This is probably one of the oldest Halloween things I have. When the girls were little bitty, we got this in Hong Kong, probably when our oldest, who's now 25, was just 2.5 years old. So, I mean, it's not special, but it's special to me, right? And then these are from Mexico, Day of the Dead dolls. And this I got at Dapitan just last week. So there you go. You know, Hong Kong, Mexico, Philippines. This is from a trip that I took to Cuba. So I went to, one of the jobs that I had in the State Department was in the executive secretariat for Secretary Kerry. So he traveled a lot, including a trip to Cuba with President Obama. And during that time, I had a chance. I try to buy something holiday, either Christmas or Halloween, each time we go somewhere. And then this is a simple thing to do. When I was in Argentina, it was my pandemic assignment, sitting next to watching television, couldn't go out a lot. I cut out all of these bats and put it together. So the interior wall they've painted white, but it's perfect for bats because it makes them stand out like they're really flying away.
True, and there's like the flashing light also really helps.
A final stop on the Halloween tour is in the library here next to the TV room. And this is the fortune teller, which I assembled 2 years ago. And it's, you know, it's a matter of just putting together. At one time, this was actually a real hat, but now it's really scary. So we just printed out some tarot cards from the internet on paper and made a little sign, put together a crystal ball. It's been a pleasure showing you around. Thank you so much for celebrating Halloween with me today.
Thank you. A
little bit early.
Yeah, a little bit early, but thank you so much, Ambassador, for having us. I really enjoyed the tour, getting to know you better, and also learning about your Halloween traditions, letting us into your life, basically. So thank you. Thank you once again for trusting us with that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody. So thank you everyone for coming with us. I know you enjoyed that as much as I did. I had so much fun and learned a lot about American Halloween, and celebrating it with the US Ambassador was definitely the cherry on top. So hope you can join us again next time. My name is Carol and this is Almost Diplomatic.